Well, hello there, bunkies. I'm going to tell you this, I'm a collector. I just acquired this beautiful, here it is, picture of the Clydesdales, a nice glass convex front to it, and I have to tell you, I was very concerned about the Clydesdales for so many years, over the last several years, that they weren't getting fed, because I stopped drinking Budweiser a few years ago. But I just acquired this and they look healthy as heck, and I have two sons that have taken over, in my place for feeding them, and they're Rick and Ralph, and they have an occasional Budweiser and they keep this team going. So since I've turned into a wino in the last few years and not drank much Budweiser, I was worried about them. But you can see here by this picture that they're in great form, and I thank my two sons for taking over in my place. Now, to get a little more serious, Newsweek said that white babies are born racist, and their reasoning is that when a white baby is 6 months old, they can tell the difference between a black person and a white person. Are they saying that black babies are stupid because they can tell their black mother from a white person? I would think just as much, just as well. They're not racist. No child is racist. That's something that's learned. They're not born that way. If you think that they're born that way, if you think that a white baby is born racist, then we have to accept that, because they also say that homosexuals are born that way and they have no choice. And we have to accept that they have no choice but to be homosexuals. So if this is true, that white babies are born racist, we have no choice but to accept that fact. But I don't believe it for a minute. I don't believe it for a minute. These creeps are grasping at straws all the time. Now, this global warming baloney. People like Al Gore are lining their pockets on the fantasy that there is global warming, man-made global warming. We just had the coldest winter we've had in almost 100 years here in New England. They're just making money off other people's backs. They're charlatans. That Al Gore is a charlatan. There's no such thing as global warming caused by man. If there's global warming, it's cyclical like it always has been. I'm telling you. Did you know that CBS is bankrupt? I wonder why. I wrote it down here. I was just they said yes on the news tonight. CBS is bankrupt. Perhaps if they tried telling the truth once in a while, they'd get a little more, a few more people watching them. Obama, over the weekend, he went to 5 networks to plead his stupid health care case. But he didn't go to Fox News, and so nobody actually saw them. Because everyone is watching Fox News these days, because they tell the truth. They're not anti-Obama, they're not anti-anyone, they tell you the truth. And you make up your own mind. But Obama, he's scared to go to Fox News. He's afraid he's going to get asked a question that wasn't a soft question. He went to all those different 5 networks in a blitz Sunday morning. One asked him about Akon, And no one, I think, asked him about Iraq or Afghanistan. They asked him soft questions. He go to Fox News, he's going to get a few hard questions, and they can't take it because they can't answer it. Cash for Clunkers was a failure. The people who had the garages that gave out for these Cash for Clunkers shit, they haven't got paid yet. The government cannot even run a Cash for Clunkers program, and yet you want them to run your health care. 300 million people on health care from them, and they can't even run Cash for Clunkers. People, please. Oh, and today Joe Biden said he thinks that we could stand a chance to lose in the House or the Senate 35 people in 2010, and then that will spoil all his and Obama's plans. That's the whole idea of it. That's the whole idea, is to get rid of them and their craziness, foolishness. I don't want them running my health care. They can't even run a Cash for Clunkers program, for crying out loud. Nothing the government has ever taken to start to run has ever done better once they start running it. As for Acorn, Obama said, gee, he wasn't interested in Acorn. There was a lot more important things to think of, you know, in this world than Acorn. The fact that he stated during his campaign that Acorn was going to be a big contributor to his campaign. He worked for Acorn as a lawyer, and he's spoken of Acorn in high regard many times. I've seen the clips, but he didn't know anything was going on with the Acorn group. He's an idiot. He's out with his sleeves rolled up, you know, and the more he speaks, the less people like him. Like I said before, he's like a little girl at the wedding that can't stop dancing. She's out on the floor, dance, 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 from the first to the last of the whole reception. The little girl is still dancing, and that's like Obama. He's a moron, an idiot, and he has surrounded himself with thugs. So I guess I have to just finish by saying that the people that are protesting, matter of fact, the mainstream media, you know, said, oh, there was a few thousand people, you know, at the march on Washington last weekend. There wasn't. There were 1 million, at least, and perhaps 2 million that marched on Washington, protesting the taxes and the health care debacle. Nobody wants it. He can try to push it all he wants, but the more he's on TV, the less we like him. But he would have been seen by a lot more people if he'd come on to Fox News, because nobody's watching the other channels anymore. Nobody's watching the rest of them. But the network of Katie Coran is nearly bankrupt. And that's what they deserve. Katie Couric is an idiot, and the whole bunch of them are, and they're going bankrupt, and I hope to Christ Obama doesn't bail them out, because they don't deserve it. Once they start being truthful, alright, I'd be more interested in listening to them, but as long as you got Katie Couric and her gotcha questions, I'm not interested in watching her. She's a has-been. And CBS is not the only one that's going down the tubes. They all are. So come back to Fox News, people. Watch Fox News. You want to hear the truth?